one. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, one and all, and welcome to The Resurgence. This will be a 20-minute podcast under the Caps, Locks, and Chair Shots name. We are fighting with only two of us here today, but the tag team is back in style. We're going to be short today, covering No Mercy and giving our predictions. My name is Ever Keen. I am your host for this prediction show for No Mercy, and joining me as always is my tag team compatriot. He's tagging in for Alex today. He is my best friend and my arch nemesis, the one, the only, the Dan Dorrit. How you doing today, Dan?
What's up, man? It's so good to hear your voice again, and that's going to sound so wrong coming across the airways. But it's been a while since we talked. I'm glad to be back on the air with you, man. And let's get this show rolling.
All right, and then why don't we just jump right into things? Let's start at the beginning. The pre-show is going to come at us. Elias is going to take on Apollo Crews of the Titus brand. Do you care about this match, Dan?
No, not really. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. That's not a hard no. I'm curious to know if they're going to keep trying to push the Titus brand after Tozawa got the really short title run. If Apollo gets this win, it's telling me that they do believe. But if Elias gets this win, man, they should have just put a different match on the pre-show, because anyone that's buying into Elias should just drift away. He almost looks like the guy they used to call the Drifter.
It's been so long, Dan. No, Elias is going to win this match, and it's not going to be even close. They need to pull the plug on Apollo Crews. They need to completely reboot him. The whole, Brock Lesnar with a smile and positivity thing does not work. Elias should win this. I still think, and I said it in our last show, which was the SummerSlam preview show, you can still find on SoundCloud and Real Sport, that Elias should be in a band with that guy over on SmackDown. I refuse to say his name because he annoys the hell out of me. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? The virtuoso of violence, isn't that what he calls himself?
I do, and man, talk about one music gimmick getting over and another one not. That dude has so much heat, and as much as he annoys me too, you gotta give English credit. You gotta give English credit for that man.
Yeah.
And Elias just isn't doing it. Like, he has the heat, but it's bad heat. There's a such thing as bad heat and good heat. Well, we both know this.
I'm gonna tell you what I think it is. It's the guitar. Because you look at every superstar that has come out with a guitar, none of them have ever been over. Go all the Honky Tonk Man may be the only exception. Jeff Jarrett?
Double J was over?
Oh, hell no, he wasn't. Are you kidding me?
Not even like heel over?
I think he was heel over for the simple fact there was no, I don't know. I don't think he was that over. And then, when The Rock had his rock concerts and he brought out the guitar by Willie Nelson, it was autographed by Willie Nelson, what happened there? Got booed out of the building in Sacramento. Oh, that could have been because he called the Kings the Queens and said the Lakers were going to beat him in May. I don't know. There's only been really one good segment in the last 25 years having to deal with a guitar, and that was Kurt Angle and Stone Cold Steve Austin singing Kumbaya to Vince McMahon post-invasion angle. That was epic. Let's move on. Speaking of people that I cannot stand, Jason Jordan will take on The Miz. Does Jason Jordan stand a shot here, Dan?
Does he stand a shot? Yes, it's Kurt Angle's son. Of course he stands a shot.
Okay, so we're still living in kayfabe again. All right, that's cool.
But do I think he wins this match? No, he's still not over. They got to figure it out.
He'll never be over.
But the thing is Jason Jordan has all the talent in the world. He might be top 5 as far as in-ring talent. He might be top 5 on that brand right now.
And I'm going to give you
on that Raw brand.
2 words. Dolph Ziggler.
Oh my God, we have to talk about him before we leave tonight, because we have not discussed this new gimmick of his.
This new fantastic gimmick. Even your dogs are excited about it.
I am so happy we're on the same page. And I do apologize about that, guys. There's nothing I can do about that right now.
Hey, it's fine. They just want to get their No Mercy predictions in as well. So you're picking The Miz.
My mom yes, I'm taking The Miz. My mom's recently moved back in, and her dogs came, and they don't shut up.
That's fine. Say hi to your mom for us. I'll be saying hi to her later. All right. Cruiserweight Championship, Neville and the undefeated Enzo Amore. How you doing? How you doing?
I think he's going to be doing good enough to win this match and take the title and completely destroy the Cruiserweight division.
Is Enzo, the Cruiserweight Champion, the catalyst we need to destroy 205 Live and get ready for this? Bring back Sunday Night Heat.
No. He will do one of those two.
I think both of these things need to happen. Enzo's going to win this match because I don't think anybody's really caring about 205 Live, Enzo or not. But Enzo's going to win. They haven't built him up as this massive thing. But another thing I wanted to ask you, Dan. Now, the way Enzo has won his matches and stayed undefeated, he's cheating his ass off. Are we potentially seeing an Enzo Amore heel turn? Could we see him come back him be a bad guy, and when Cass comes back, Cass get the return pop and just roll with that to be a good guy? Is this bizarro world right now?
Let me ask you a question. What's Randy Orton?
I don't think Randy Orton's ever had a strong definition, one way or the other. He'll be good for 3 weeks, bad for 3 weeks, and it depends on who he's working with. He's the very definition of a tweener.
I think that's what we're going to get with Enzo. I think he's going to be a tweener because he's so over with the fans. The kids are still going to love him. He's still going to do the bada boom, realest guy in the room.
He's not over. His catchphrases are over. He is god-awful, and everybody knows he's god-awful.
Yes, everybody knows he's bad in ring, but, I mean, you can be over with your gimmick and still be over. Like, your gimmick's over and you're bad in ring. You're still over. Like,
Hulk Hogan.
I mean, a bad example, because she was bad at her gimmick, and she was bad in the ring, but she was over as a heel because she was so bad. Eva Marie.
Oh, I disagree. I think she was perfect in her gimmick. She was perfect in being that stuck-up...
Not her original gimmick. Her original gimmick.
I'm thinking of Fire Red, stuck-up,
Yes, she was great in that, and honestly, she wasn't... I mean, I'm talking early Eva Marie, because you can argue that Eva Marie is better in the ring, probably still, than Lana is right now.
Oh, that's not an argument. That's a fact. And I'll even say she's better than Dana Brooke.
Oh, that's tough.
Anyway, we gotta move on. The correct comparison you wanted to make would be to Hulk Hogan.
Sure.
Who was the good guy, not great in the ring. His gimmick was ridiculously over, but yet he still raked it back, thumb to the eyes, and played that bad guy who was so far over he had to be a good guy.
Yes, I agree.
That's what all right. Let's move.
This is bad podcasting. We're agreeing too much, and the two of us never agree.
Okay, here's something we're going to disagree on. Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor. Make your pick.
Bray Wyatt.
You're an idiot.
No, I actually think Finn Balor's going to win the match.
I was going to say, Bray Wyatt doesn't win pay-per-view matches.
Because he's got to get rebuilt. They got to build him back up, get him back in that title picture, and he's going to take down Braun Strowman. But we'll get into that at a later date.
No. This is a lose-lose situation for the WWE because if Bray Wyatt wins, it destroys Finn because he's already not in the main event picture. He's not in the Intercontinental title picture. He is on the third tier fighting somebody where there's no belt involved. If Finn wins, Bray drops again, and it becomes a memeable offense. It's a lose-lose for the WWE.
Here's the issue with what you're saying as far as Finn. The way that WWE views these guys is we all know they have their tiers, and right now their top tier is on Raw is Cena, Roman, Braun, Brock, right?
Sure.
And then you have your second tier, which is where you would get your guys like the Hardys, Bray, Finn. This is how I'm saying that they view them. This is not how I view this feud.
Yeah, but
this is how I'm saying the company's viewing this feud.
I'm going to stop you right there. The Hardys don't have a match for No Mercy. Are they really a second-tier talent?
because they're the Hardys. They are just waiting to get the gimmick. The gimmick that they're never going to get, and it's going to destroy me. I want that gimmick there so bad.
What if this is where they debut it? Because the next match... So you're picking Bray, right?
No, I'm taking Finn. I just wanted to troll you a little bit.
Okay. The next match is for those Raw Tag Team titles. Now, I'm going to present you a scenario here, okay? Ambrose and Rollins, they're the champions, taking on the Bar. Cesaro, okay? The Broken Hardys come out halfway through the match. It'll be glorious or fantastic or whatever superlative that Matt Hardy wants to use with his creepy smile and hand gestures. Jeff's going to look like he's, well, high because he... I don't know.
Don't insinuate.
I'm not insinuating nothing. I'm just saying when he's in the Brother Nero character, he looks like he's inebriated on something.
Oh, yes.
Something.
Okay, I can agree with that.
And they're going to come out and they're going to lay waste. It's going to be a terrible twist of fate by Matt, probably onto Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins is going to eat I don't know, a swanton maybe. And I think the Bar is going to win this match. You're going to see Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins feud with the Broken Hardys. The club's going to get worked in there as well. Maybe that's where you see Finn. Maybe it'll lead to a Survivor Series thing. I don't know. I'm no booker. I'm just saying I think we're going to see the Broken Hardys debut in this match.
Man, I don't think it happens in this match. I don't think it happens at No Mercy. But then again, No Mercy is being booked like an A pay-per-view.
Well, think about it. It's called No Mercy for a reason. I mean, I just
don't know if I see them debuting Broken Hardys as heels, but it would work, right? They're broken.
But it doesn't.
Just so over.
It doesn't matter how they debut. It doesn't matter.
I'm sorry. They've been awoken, not broken. I'm sorry.
They could debut as they could carry a burning effigy of Mother Teresa to the ring, and they would still get cheered. I don't know. Where is No Mercy on Sunday? Where are they coming from?
I'm not 100% sure. Venues don't really matter at this point unless it's like MSG or...
Okay, whatever sports figure is from wherever No Mercy is, that's how bad it's going to be. Now, let's move on. Raw Women's title, Alexa Bliss is the champion, taking on Sasha, Bayley, Nia, and Emma. Why is there only 5 and not 6?
I don't know. Who would be the 6th? Dana?
Nikki?
No, she's not coming back yet. She's doing Dancing with the Stars right now. She's done for at least another 3 or 4 months.
I'm just saying, let her come back for one match.
And she's gonna come back on SmackDown anyway.
Really? Again? You think they're gonna split her and Cena up?
So I don't know if Cena will still be on Raw at that point, but when Brie comes back, because Brie is coming back, Brie's obviously coming back to SmackDown if Debra is still signed. They're not going to split them up, and they're not going to split up the Bella Twins. I don't see that happening. They're just,
so you're saying
they're the center of all WWE TV shows.
So you're saying for the sake of an reality show, they're going to move the biggest star in the last 20 years to a show after just moving him to the opposite show, just so they could film reality TV.
Yes. Because, unfortunately, he's a part-timer. He's the biggest part-timer there probably ever has been and ever will be. That is no pun. That is just my honest opinion. But, yeah, I think that they would put him back on SmackDown because he still has to get number 17. Where's the championship at?
No, I get you, but does the Universal title count?
No, it's a different title. If they're giving Cena that record, Cena's winning that record clean.
To be fair, it's 16-time world champion, not WWE champion. He's had title reigns where he's held the big gold belt, and those have counted.
Okay, fine. World champion, but guess what? That's not the Universal World Heavyweight Champion. It's just the Universal Championship.
But it still counts as a world championship.
We'd have to Wikipedia that one later on. Let's move on from that conversation.
It still counts as a big belt, I'm just saying.
Sure, it's a big belt. Yes, that's fine, but we'll get back to our 5 viewers that we might get on that.
6. We were up to 6 subscribers before we took our 2 months off. Just want to point that out.
We took our 2 months off, so we probably lost one.
Nah, touche. Since we were on the topic of the 16-time world champion, before we go into John Cena, in the very unlikely event that Ric Flair is listening or anybody knows Rick is listening, I'm so happy he pulled through.
Oh my god, me too. I'm so happy.
I was told by our editor
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was told by our editor to make sure we had something in the event of his demise, and I cried the entire time I wrote it. It would have been one of the saddest days. Losing Bobby Heenan was bad enough. May he rest in peace.
That was terrible. So for those of you guys that don't know, I'm in college. I have 2 full-time jobs right now. And I'm trying to get kind of my life back on track with some other personal stuff.
He's coming out of the closet.
I actually am not an active writer on Real Sport as of right now. I do plan on returning to Real Sport in the near future. Just right now, I am not able to meet any obligations. I'm also an addicted gambler in football season, so I might be taking a few months off here from writing to feed my habit.
Yeah, and also, just while we're on that topic, I want to let everybody know that for those of you that are worried, I do have the authorities in Baltimore. I have personal numbers for EMS in the event that Dan can't pay his gambling debts and gets his legs broken. No need to worry about there. We have him covered. Anyway, continue.
I run a huge H&B ring. If you guys don't know what H&B is, I'll let you know on an uncensored version of this one day. Anyway, we never gave our picks for the women's title match. We just completely skipped it.
Oh, it's Sasha.
Do you think so? I don't. I think the title stays non-4 horsewoman.
Okay, all right. Well, we're up against the clock, so we gotta push through these last 2 matches. Cena.
It's Emma, by the way.
What's that?
It's Emma. I'm gonna throw it out there. It's Emma.
No, you're wrong. Cena, Roman. We talked about Cena. I think he won't lose. He just won't lose, right?
No, Roman wins. Cena's getting ready to go record a movie. He'll recover when he comes back.
No,
but then I don't know. I don't want to call this match.
The whole point of this podcast is to call our predictions, Dan.
Fine, it is fine. It's Cena. You're right. It's Cena. Roman will recover quick. It's Cena.
The Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman. Brock's been on TV way too much. He needs a break, and they need the belt. It's Braun.
So he's going to go away for 3-4 months, show back up at the Rumble?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. I picked Brock as well. I agree with you 150%. The only thing that's going to suck is Monday Night Raw is going to go head-to-head with Monday Night Football, and one of the things that will steal viewers from Monday Night Football, besides John Gruden being terrible, is Paul Heyman on the TV. If Paul Heyman's not there, because Brock's not there, it's going to be a detriment, I think to Monday Night Raw.
I think we get Paul for at least another 2 or 3 weeks. Maybe they have something in the works for him.
Either way,
we'll at least get him the following. We'll at least get him Monday night.
That's 10 weeks of Raw missing out opportunities.
Yes, but you know what they call this season for WWE? It's the fall of the fall.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we got to close this one out. I have other recordings that I must go to. I'm trying to get back into this. We're getting busy. Anyway, Dan, tell the people. Well, you kind of already did. Anything you want to say to them before I plug all of my stuff?
Guys, just follow me on Twitter. I might shoot out a few DFS picks here and there. First 2 weeks of the season, I'm up over $3,000. I know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry I can't share the information with you guys. But you guys hit me up. You can play to pay.
All right, and then Dan, I know you're going to buy me dinner here shortly. But for those of you that don't know what's going on, I personally have taken a step back from Real Sport. I've kind of dropped most of the sports. I'm getting back into the hockey section and getting back into wrestling full throttle. But I'm also going to be coming out with a wrestling book titled We Were Spoiled, covering all the wrestling action from about the mid to late 90s, telling us why wrestling is not so bad now. It's just compared to when we were young, we were spoiled. So you can look forward to that in the coming future. It's probably going to be a while. It's going to be a while. It's a labor of love, but you're going to be able to read forwards and afterwards by none other than Gur Samuel and Patches Jarash, both of our editors, so you can look forward to that. I will keep you guys very much updated on that. But, Dan, it's been great getting the Caps Locks and Chair Shots podcast fired back up. I don't know if we're going to do a weekly bi-weekly thing, whatever, but we're going to come back. Dan, as always, thank you. And for all of you listening, if you're not down with us, Dan, I think he's got 2 words for you.
Keep listening.